This is a review on the Sumpri sharpening steel for your kitchen knife and stuff like that. You get the steel, you get the magnetic holder that you can attach to your wall, or the side of your butcher block or whatever, and you just place your knife on there. It has two holes so you can attach it to whatever surface you're going to mount it to, and you get the screws and everything inside in the back. You also get a hook in case you want to mount it behind the door in your kitchen or against the wall. You just basically put the hook up there, and then you just hang the steel from there. It comes with all necessary attachments for putting away the steel. Okay, that's a Sumpri sharpening steel. The construction is pretty good. It has a nice handle. Looks very solidly built. Nice, not lanyard, loop. The quality looks good. I have some higher end ones that are about twice the price or more. We'll see how this sharpens. What I have here is just a regular old little knife that I keep in my lunchbox at work in case I want to cut some fruit or whatever. I'm going to dull the edge just by running it across once or twice. And we'll test it on the piece of paper, see if it cuts. As you can see, it doesn't even catch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over the steel about 25 times per side, making it 50 strokes. So I've given it about 50 strokes. As you remember, I dulled the edge prior to starting the sharpening. Let's see how it does now with the paper. That was about 50 strokes. I paused the video in between so I wouldn't bore you. It's about 50 strokes. And this is just a little cheap, I don't know, $3 or $4 knife that I keep and throw in my lunchbox. I didn't hone the edge or anything. I just use a steel to put an edge on it. It's stainless steel. It's a stainless steel blade. So usually, it's not a carbon steel or anything like that. It's the stainless steel's a bit. I say it's a bit harder. So removing material on with this blade, with this steel, is pretty easy. Like I said, I gave it about 50 strokes, and it's cutting pretty good. Oop, not a good angle. Let me fire from this side. Grabbing the paper from the top side is usually more difficult because of the grain, the way they make the paper. I guess the grain is a little bit not as catchy, but for cutting up fruit and everything, it does really good. You can take more time and do your higher end cutlery, your Wusthoffs or your Henkels, or whatever you have. You can use this on this, use them on this steel, and it'll do its job. Just just remember that these steels are designed to take away material. So if you have a very high-end knife like a Forstner or something like that, or a Wusthoff or something, you don't want to do it 50 times every time. You just want to go over it a couple times, just to make sure you're keeping the edge on it. When you're doing the edge, depending on the type of blade that you have, let's say you have a service blade for like camping or whatever, or just a standard pocket knife, you want to do it at about, I like them sharp, So, you know, the typical service angle is like 45 degrees, if I remember right. I like to go a little bit over more of a 30-degree angle, 29 degree. So I just go over it like that, just to maintain the edge. This is a tanto blade, so you have to and this is used to maintain the blade. It doesn't replace your stones. So, you know, as long as you have a good edge on it, this thing will maintain. Yeah, this paper is done. I wouldn't do another sheet. As long as you have a good edge on it, you know, that steel will maintain the edge that you've put on it, the honing. On a kitchen knife or like something like this, you know, you'd want to go with like I would say like a 22-degree angle. They have some instructions in the back. Actually, yeah, okay. So you got, so it has different steps. It says 45 degree, then 22 degree, 0.5 degrees. I guess those are standard for maybe a kitchen knife or whatever. Different type of blades use different types of angles. You wouldn't put this on a, you know, what do you call that cut? The Scandi grind or anything like that. You wouldn't use this on it because that's a different type of grind on a blade one. But for a standard, you know, knife, I say a 20-degree angle. You want to, if I'm gonna do it slow, because I was doing it fast in the beginning, but what you would do is you got there's 180 degrees, there's about 45. Where you want to have it is around here, about 22 degrees, 20 degrees, you know, and just run it across the blade real slow. If you're starting out, you just run it across, you know. Depending on how the edge of your blade is, if you've maintained it, the less strokes you want to run it through. If it's a knife that's been abused, has a lot of blunt edges, you might want to start off with a stone and then finish it off with this to maintain the edge. But right now, at about a 22-degree angle, it catches. I would do the nail test, but I don't like dragging stuff across my nail because it just feels awkward to me. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. But like I said, if you want to test out the knife, you know, just get a piece of paper. If it cuts through real smoothly without very much resistance, you know, it'll cut through a tomato or whatever you have very smoothly. As far as the steel, I say it's solidly built. The construction seems good. I wear extra large gloves, so they give you plenty of real estate to grab onto it. Some people go like this, like I do. Some people go like that. Some people go like this, and it goes down. I find that's awkward, but if it works for you in the beginning, that way you don't chop your finger off, you can do that. I just try to do it the traditional way and just hold it up like this. You know, that's it.